it's Mr. Leonidas here. I hope you're doing well. Now in this video I'm going to go over the chest rig that I have dedicated to my SKS rifle platform. But before I do it, I want to go ahead and take a look at this SKS. Now this is a Chinese SKS, bolts open, the magazine is empty, the rifle's safe. And it's been outfitted with the S.T.R.I.K.E furniture. It's a S.T.R.I.K.E T6 stock system, which modernizes the traditional SKS. I believe the stock system works on all the SKS models. This one is just a Chinese one that I've had for quite some time. It's a fantastic battle rifle overall. But something that is very unique to this are the magazines, and they are called the Duckbill magazines. A lot of you guys are familiar with these. For those of you who are not, it has an interesting duck bill that sticks out, clips in, and allows you to lock your magazine in place. Now there are modifications you can do out there where you can remove that duckbill portion and make it more like an AK-47 type magazine. But I actually really like the duckbill system. I think it works quite well, and it gives the rifle more definitive and unique look for this platform. And just overall, just really like it. But the big drawback with this platform and those duckbill type magazines are the tactical gear associated with it is very few and far between. And that's mainly because most tactical gear and magazine pouches and chest rigs, plate carriers, they are more focused around the AK platform and mostly the AR type platform. And that tends to be a big problem with the SKS because the duckbill magazines just simply don't really work very well in a lot of other pouches. I did a video quite some time back, it's not on YouTube anymore, where I had showed how I have been carrying the duckbill magazines, and it was very limited in AR type rifle magazine pouches. And now what I have here is definitely a big step up to that, and I'm really excited to be showing it. I'm going to take the SKS off and we'll take a closer look, and I'll talk about that. Now we'll go ahead and say primarily what makes this are the two pouches here. I've done a standalone review on this pouch. This is made by S.T.R.I.K.E Hard Gear. They hold two 20-round duckbill magazines. Those are primarily made by S.T.R.I.K.E. Most of the other type SKS magazines, such as the 30-rounders, companies like ProMag make those. But S.T.R.I.K.E makes some really good 20-rounders. And this is what really is the core of this SKS platform. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've all got on here, and just kind of give you the rundown. If you decide that you want to go ahead and make your own SKS rig, this is how I've got mine set up. It's very simple. It is just a Molle panel type chest rig. This one was custom made. I got it on eBay, and it's very similar to the Tactical Tailor MAV setup. Just has three strips of the PALS webbing on it. A very modular, very adaptable system. That's what I like about it. I'll go and do a 360-degree view of it. Okay, now I'll show you what I've got set up on this kit, and I want to go ahead and let you know that these are just items and pouches and gear that I put on that work for me. Everyone out there has different setups. This is just something I did pertaining to my SKS rig, so I just want to let that be known. First and foremost, something to me that is non-negotiable for a tactical rig is a good trauma kit. This is the HSGI bleeder kit. Basically, I've stuffed all sorts of good items in there like gauze and things like that. I have some trauma shears, and I also have a tactical tourniquet. Like I said, a kit like this to me is non-negotiable on a tactical chest rig or some kind of tactical rig. It's just something you need to have. Second up is I have a good knife on a tactical rig. Doesn't have to be a big knife. This is actually a fairly small fixed blade. This is the DPX Hest, and on the knife I have some spare batteries, and I believe there's some earplugs in there as well. I always carry some extras. Thirdly, here I've got, this is the BLACKHAWK S.T.R.I.K.E 12-gauge shotgun shell pouch. Now this is something I keep on most rigs as well. I always like to have some extra shotgun shells, preferably 12-gauge, because with most of my tactical gear, I always tend to keep a shotgun around. Even when I go to the range, if I'm shooting rifles and pistols, I tend to have a shotgun there. And I've just found that it's really nice to have just a few shells on most every rig that I carry. Not an overwhelming amount, because this is not a dedicated shotgun rig, but just a few. Okay, now back to the core of the rig. This is what really makes this SKS dedicated rig. These are the two S.T.R.I.K.E hard pouches there in multicam. and just really fantastic pouches. If you want to get a really in-depth look at these, I do have that standalone review. Really nice pouches. Now I did do a modification to them. I added a strip of webbing back here and also some shock cord, because when I first set this up, the pouches, they kind of hung slightly. And when they did that, I didn't like it. I wasn't able to reach my magazines quite how I like. Now, a really good setup. I can easily open the flap quickly, pull the mag out, no problem. And there they are. So that's just something I had modified. You know, the pouches come as they are. They're really great. They're awesome quality. They're made in the USA. They really work for me. But, you know, sometimes you just got to modify your gear. But like I said, they really work for me. And they hold your magazines extremely well. Just a really good setup. Really like them. So that's what makes it this chest rig so special. Just really great. And then a pistol mag pouch. I think this is a Blackwater gear. That's something that also goes along my rigs. If not one spare pistol mag, maybe two, maybe three. It's just something I think you can squeeze in. And then lastly, I like to have a good tactical tomahawk on the rig. You know, that's another thing. Not everybody's into that. I think it's good to have a tomahawk just in case you need to get into a vehicle, breach a door, something like that. This one's even good for throwing. You just never know. But that's pretty much my tactical, dedicated SKS chest rig, and this is what really works for me. Now, primarily, I'm just going to the shooting range and training with my gear, and I think a lot of you guys out there, you know, obviously do very similar with that. So, my thoughts to you out there: if you have a tactical SKS with the duckbill mags, get some S.T.R.I.K.E gear pouches and make your own rig. Now, S.T.R.I.K.E gear, they also make a dedicated SKS chest rig that you can stuff all your duckbill mags inside of, but I just decided that wasn't for me. I wanted something more external. I didn't want to stuff them all down there. I've just never really been quite fond of that, but you can carry a lot of ammunition that way. I just like having the 4 magazines here on the front, you know, not too much weight right there, just the right amount of ammunition for what I'm working with. And you can always carry more mags, you know, like a dump pouch and a backpack. It's really not a big deal. It's just kind of a big deal for me in the way that I'm excited that I have a dedicated SKS rig. I've never had one of these. I've kind of wanted one for years, and I finally got all the materials together and got it made. And it's awesome. I really like it. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you can comment, I'd love to read and respond. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. All that really helps me continue to do what I do, and I do appreciate it. So it's Mr. Lee and I signing out. Have a good one.